Good evening. Hello. Welcome to the kitchen. Frank Thompson is with me here.
Cheers.
The golfer is here.
Hello.
And Roxy Rose and Bronco are here. Everything is good. It's Monday and we hope to cheer you up a little bit. Maybe you don't need cheering up at all. It's a bit dreek up in Aberdeenshire, but it can only get better. And
we need cheered up as well, of course.
I think we do. How are you feeling?
Particularly you, yes. Yeah, I'm okay, yes. But
yes, where were you playing?
Lots of places, in actual fact. I even forget what happened last weekend. There's been so much happening since the weekend.
Dancing?
Yes, dancing in Ellen, dancing in, where was it? Different places in Aberdeen.
Lovely.
Mostly classes.
So none of this driving down to Truro and back in a day?
Not yet, no, not yet.
We won't start the kitchen concert by me giving Frank a row for all the driving he does.
I get enough hard times.
From your three girls.
Yes.
Welcome to everyone who's joining us. Let me just check who is with us. Warner Duff, hello, welcome. Alison Maguire, Isabel Ferguson, and Ella Grieve. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Nan Mackenzie, welcome to the kitchen in Aberdeenshire. Lovely to be with us. And Houston says, Slancher, gosh, you're on the bottle early, Fran. 6 o'clock. It must be 6 o'clock somewhere.
Yes.
Large gin and tonic for Anne, Houston and Tame. Shh, don't tell the neighbours. John Conroy, hello, Fiona and Frank. Good to see you. John Conroy from Granite City Chorus.
Oh, yes.
Granite City Chorus will be joining us a week on Thursday. Hello from Anne Strother, Gordon and Sheila Murray in St Andrews, Charlie Wilson and Kate Coleman, Cold Alberta in Canada, Kathy McManus, Nancy Wilson. Oh, and Catherine is in Germany. My goodness. Sean, are you playing the Braemar Gathering tonight, Frank? Is it Elizabeth Montgomery, Joan Cumming, Neil Strachan, my favourite guest, he says, Mary Spate, she's saying hello. Judy McPherson, how did the wedding go? How did the mod go? Tell us, give us your news. Jimmy Guild, good evening. Betty Hunter, good evening to you. Everyone's coming in. Catherine Bell, hi from sunny Tenerife. Oh, you are lucky. Christine Hopkins, you're not in Tenerife, neither are we. Hi Fiona and Frank, we're fine. David Young from Deal in Kent. That's where the golfer goes golfing. He loves golfing there. Kathy Ann Ferguson from Burnery. Welcome, Kathy Ann. Carola Anders. Moira Sutherland. I'm feeling happy already. She's in Dingwall. Anders, hello, welcome. Maggie Seaton, welcome. Jean Fakeney. Nancy Wilson. Hello, Fiona Frank and the golfer. Margaret Edwards. Lovely to see you. Well, we're very happy to know that you are there. It's just great. Fiona Smith, another Fiona, good. Phyllis, wonderful. Phyllis Urquhart, Mary Ward. I mean, within seconds, you're all right in with us. Whether you've got a dram, hello Linda Patterson, whether you've got your food. I know that Tina Faulkner Elders is always stirring a pot. Mavis McTaggart from Bowmore and Isla. Robert and Mary from North Ayrshire. Junie McPherson, she's exhausted, but it was fantastic. That's great. Elma Mackay and Anne Marsh, she loves the Monday concerts. And Billy Malloy, lovely to be with us, Billy. Robert Kerr, hi to you too. And John McCaskill, hello from Fuerteventura.
Oh, lovely, yes.
Ronnie Stanley, you're not in Fuerteventura, and neither is Cheryl Mears, because she's in Inverness, and Lorna is saying hello, and Chrissy and Christine. I mean, I can't keep up because there's hundreds of you. And Marjorie Cool and Alison McGilvery, and it's beautiful in Ontario, 20 degrees. Jamie Sutherland, hello. Amanda Keith. Frank, you've got all these followers.
No, they're your followers.
They are all in, and Anne Mika
FK
Person.
Fan Club.
Hello. Maureen Ritchie and Bewley. We love Bewley. James Edmund from Glasgow. Lovely to have you with us. And Jessie Fielding. Right, let's get going. Frank, what are you going to play?
Oh, okay.
Then eventually people say, stop talking.
I know what I'm going to start off with, but I don't know what I'm going to finish with. But it's a little jumpy tune called Orange and Blue. It is called by musicians. but better known to listeners or watchers, the Ball of Kirriemuir.
Oh, the Ball of Kirriemuir. I love the ball. Cheered up already. I don't know about any of you out there, but I mean, I think we were just sort of saying the weather's a bit dreary. It's a Monday, and you need a bit of cheering up. If Scottish country dance music doesn't cheer you up, then nothing will cheer you up.
Yes, maybe a new Prime Minister will cheer us up there.
You never know. A lot of people were writing in to say how much they enjoyed the concerts in Elgin and Inverness. Thank you so much to all of you who came out to see us. Frank was there. They loved you, Frank.
Oh, lovely.
It was lovely, and they loved Nils and Neil. It was really lovely for us to go out and play and sing together, and such warm audiences.
Yes, and lovely venues as well. Inverness Cathedral is just very
beautiful.
Special. Yeah,
very beautiful cathedral in Inverness. If you haven't been there, you should go and visit it, and it's just lovely. And also Elgin Town Hall, a real wonderful community hall in the heart of the city, and it's beautifully run, and you go in and it kind of smells of polish and being beautifully kept, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Yeah.
And we kind of spread the tables with Harris tweed and candles, and it was a lovely atmosphere.
Yes, it was different. You know, it's lovely to have tables rather than just rows of seats.
Yes,
you know,
people could have a dram, so that was very nice too. So thank you to all of you who came out, and it was just lovely to see lots of you there. Are we going to go to Rothesay now?
Is it Rothesay we're going?
Oh no, we're not. We're staying in Aberdeen.
Well, okay.
We'll stay in Aberdeen with Silver Darlings.
That sounds good.
Yes, it was lovely to see lots of friends from the fishing industry, and there's been various requests for Silver Darlings. Now, of course, Silver Darlings, if you don't know, are herring. That's correct?
That's it, herring, yeah.
And they're beautiful fish. And when you see them in shoals, they're just through clear water. Of course, the North Sea is generally pretty clear. I mean, you can see herring, can't you? Very clearly big shoals of herring.
Oh yeah, huge shoals of herring. I mean, catch thousands and thousands at times.
Well, they're beautiful. They're beautiful
Into
fish.
kippers.
And then kippers. So this originally was a poem by Bob Halfin, a great friend of my dad's, and a gentleman by the name of Hulskramer. And a lovely old friend of ours, Alistair MacDonald, wonderful singer, guitar player. It's really Alistair that I heard singing this the most. He does a great arrangement with guitar, so if you haven't heard Alistair MacDonald singing Silver Darlings, check it out and check his version. It's lovely. It's got a nice story. Oh, herrings are harvests that fishermen glean, where flashes of silver through deep oceans green. And when herring harvests reach old Aberdeen, they're known as the silver darlings. Silver darlings on Aberdeen Quay, brought by the fishermen home from the sea, to the city that stands twixt the dawn and the day, the home of the silver darlings. The boats leave the harbour, their wake spreading wide, and empty they roll with the swell of the tide. Oh, soon may their hatches be thrown over wide, with a catch of the silver darlings. Silver darlings on Aberdeen, brought by the fishermen home from the sea, to the city that stands twixt the dawn and the day, the home of the silver darlings. Silver darlings on Aberdeen Quay, brought by the fishermen home from the sea, to the city that stands twixt the dawn and the day, the home of the silver darlings. Well, there's ice on the rigging and death down below, with the gale screaming wide and the glass hanging low. The wives and the sweethearts are women who know the price of the silver darlings. Silver darlings on Aberdeen Quay, brought by the fishermen home from the sea, to the city that stands twixt the dawn and the day, the home of the silver darlings. Silver darlings on Aberdeen Quay, brought by the fishermen home from the sea, to the city that stands twixt the dawn and the day, the home of the silver darlings.
Lovely song, yeah.
A lovely song.
Great song.
Well, especially I think for Jennifer Patience and all the Patience clan, and everyone who's connected with the fishing industry in the northeast of Scotland, including the golfer, because it's an industry that has always
4 generations now.
4 generations of your family,
The herring.
4 generations of herring.
Well, my great grandfather started herring.
Yeah.
sending herring over to the Baltic states, Ukraine, Russia, and everything like that.
And the herring was such an important fish because you could salt it, I guess. So
That's right.
you could preserve the herring.
Yeah.
And I
And then
remember
you've got red herrings.
a red herring. Yes. Well,
No, red herring is a very heavily salted smoked fish that was sent all over Central Europe, Greece, Turkey, all over the place there. And it lasted for months and months and months.
and very nutritious.
Yeah.
I remember growing up that my dad used to put the herring in the pot with the potatoes and cook it slowly so that the brie, if you like, would become salt. The potatoes would draw the salt from the herring. Well, he'd salt the herring in a pot first. So he always had a big couple of pots and he'd salt the herring to preserve them. And then as he wanted to eat them, and then he'd put them on the plate, which is why I think none of us are very bothered about bones. A lot of people don't like bones.
Correct,
but you
yes,
kind of, you pick your way through the bones to get the salty flesh, and then you eat it with the potatoes.
Oh, lovely. Oh, yes.
Very, very, really.
Yes, I go along with that.
And my mouth is watering just thinking about that. It's just so good. But that song is, there's so many fishing songs. I think one time we must devote a whole programme to fishing.
Yeah, there's plenty of songs
Yes.
around, you know, we could certainly do that.
Because you, I know you were busy working, Frank, but the golfer and I went to 2 performances of legendary Braemar, which was a production from St Margaret's Braemar, their first touring production. And what was really great, we had wonderful actor John Bett, maestro on the fiddle Paul Anderson, Hamish Summers, wonderful actor, and the truly fabulous Sheena Blackhall, poet Macker, a four-hander telling stories and tales from D-side,
Yes.
interwoven with beautiful music, Scott Skinner, Neil Gow, old songs. Sheena has a beautiful voice. So for everyone who came to Ballater on Thursday and to Queen's Cross on Saturday, thank you for coming. Queen's Cross is a lovely venue.
Oh, it's a venue, yes.
And the Ballater Victoria and Albert Hall. And so we're hoping that we can take this production on tour, and it would be lovely if we can. Dorothy Shepherd, I'm sitting here trying, I missed that, bringing back, you have to send that message again, I just missed it, Dorothy. But meanwhile, I am going to say hello to Fiona Petrie. Hello, you're in Lossiemouth, and your dad, Edward, sent me a message. So hello, Fiona, and a big mwah to you. And hello in Invergordon to Ailey and Elizabeth. Listen, when McGilvery, absolutely love this song. And so she's singing. She's hoping the neighbours can't hear her singing. Azerbaijan calling. Steve Bell, my brother-in-law. Love to Morag Bell. Oh, love to Morag. Love to my sister. Steve, I hope you're doing fine in Azerbaijan. It's a long way to Azerbaijan.
It certainly is, yeah.
Have you ever played in Azerbaijan?
That's one of the few places.
Stevie, can you invite us to come? Can you put on a concert in Azerbaijan and we'll come? Just back from the mod, says Katrina. And who won the gold medal? Where your dad won the gold medal? Absolutely. Well, my dad won the gold medal in Aberdeen. John Conroy was saying it was a brilliant concert, Queen's Cross. It really was legendary, D-side. So lovely to have you all with us. I also want to say hello to Maria Thompson, no relation, different spelling.
Yeah, okay.
Fiona Allenach, another Fiona. I'm going to have a Fiona party, definitely. She's coming to the Tivoli Theatre in Aberdeen. If you haven't got your tickets yet, if you live in the environ, a good French week. Oh, Steve Bell saying next week. We'll come to your kitchen and do a concert. Can't be next week because we're in the Tivoli.
Right.
But just give us a date, Stevie, organise it. We'll get there. We'll get there. Dorothy Shepherd, condolences, Dorothy, to you. We're thinking of you and sending you love. All these messages. Hello from South Africa to Vivian. Vivian, good to have you with us. My goodness, all these messages coming through from all over the world. Azerbaijan, from Australia, from Canada. Maureen Duthie, I don't think you're abroad, Maureen. Jean Meikle, and yes, Fiona Alec gets well soon, Jean Paulson, because I know you're still not feeling too great. So let's play a tune, Frank, for everyone. What are you going to play?
Well, I had this little request asked of me when I was in Inverness, if I could play the music for the Cakewalk.
Oh.
It's a choreographed stage dance.
Right.
And the tune for it is called Whistling Rufus, which was made famous by Will Starr and indeed Jimmy Shand. And the tune, in actual fact, is American. It's from, where is it from? Alabama. But how Jimmy Shand and Will Starr came to play this tune. But it's a lovely tune, and it's got a nice little swing about it.
Okay. A tune like that, and you were saying it's from Alabama,
Yes.
is that the cross-fertilization, if you like, of music. I mean, music just
This is the amazing
is
thing.
the international language, and that, in a way, I think is why we have lovely viewers in Canada and America and Australia. But the accordion is a sort of one-man orchestra. You know, you hear wonderful, you play lovely French tunes and Italian tunes, and that's an American tune, but also the jigs and the reels of Scotland. And they just all work on an accordion.
Yeah, that tune would have been a ragtime sort of tune.
Yeah.
You know, that Winifred
Atwell would have played on the piano and adapted for the accordion.
Tune, yeah.
I remember Will Starr playing that.
Yeah, it did.
And that just brings back childhood memories to me, because I don't think I've heard that in a really long time.
Yeah, I know, it's a lovely dance as well.
And I think also for you, I mean, like singers like to sing different songs.
Correct.
You know, I don't just sing Scottish songs, and you don't just play Scottish tunes. You love to, and I love to sing Scottish songs, but I also love to sing songs from everywhere.
Yeah, you've got a huge
Well,
variety.
now that we've done probably more than 120 kitchen concerts, we've sung everything from How Much Is That Doggy in the Window to...
Oh, lovely. Yes.
Which I like very much, to a windmill in Old Amsterdam. But we're going to go to Rothesay, aren't we?
Yes, that's...
Would that be an idea?
Yeah, that sounds a good idea.
Maureen Beattie loves this song. My friend, the actress Maureen Beattie, and her dad loved it because I think he spent a lot of time in Rothesay. Foo yellow lie the corn ricks, far down the great hillside. It is the broadest, hairest field along the shores of Clyde, and I'm up here, here's the lassie, wha stands the leland day, among the corn ricks of our bank, up a sweet Rothesay Bay. I had once a true love, now I hate none of all, and I had 3 brothers, but I hated them all. My father and my mother sleep all the moons this day. I sit my lane among the ricks, up a sweet Rothesay Bay. Over to you. It's a bonny bay at morning, and bonnier at the noon, but bonniest when the sun drops and red comes up the moon, when the mist creeps o'er the Cumbraes, and Arran peaks are grey, and the grey black hills like sleeping kings sit grand round Rothesay Bay. Then a bit sigh stirs my bosom, and a wee tear blinds my ee, and I think of that far country where I would like to be, but I rise content in the morning to work whilst work I may, in the yellow hairst field of Ardbeg, up a sweet Rothesay Bay.
Lovely song, yeah.
You don't hear it, but oh, the golfer liked that one.
Yeah.
Have you got a clue for us?
I certainly have.
Do you want to come and give the clue, or are you happy sitting?
I'm just happy.
Happy sitting. He had the injection today,
I did.
and he's not feeling too great.
Oh.
It's one of those, the fourth injection.
Fourth injection, yeah. So Johnny Bett was staying with us at the weekend after he did his concert, and we were really enjoying breakfast yesterday, and I said to him, Johnny, I said, that's the 3rd rowie you've eaten today. And he said, you know this, he said, I really enjoy coming up to the northeast. He said, we've just had a wonderful breakfast of rowies, you cooked me some cod roe, and last night we had white pudding, something we never see. He said, I'm from Cooper, and we never ever see these things. He said, where did the name rowie come from? And to be honest with you, I knew it was a buttery, a rowie, however you term these things in the Northeast. But I don't know what a rowie is, and I was just wondering, putting it out to people out there, if anyone knew what where the name came from.
Where the name came from. So, the question from the golfer, and John Bett, who was up here doing legendary Braemar,
And he had
is...
6 rowies over 3 days.
Not that we're not divulging any secrets. He ate 6 rowies over 3 days. The question is, where did the name rowie come for a rowie? Now, in the northeast of Scotland, we know what a rowie is. But where did the name come from? So I guess it's going to be northeast folk that are going, or maybe it's Stevie Bell in Azerbaijan, because he is a northeast bloke.
It actually sounds like a good argument to me, a rowie.
A rowie.
It's not a buttery, it's a rowie.
Steve Bell saying white
Correct,
pudding
yes.
or mealy Jimmy.
A mealy Jimmy, yes.
That's is that another question, Stevie? Because we need the answer for the rowie. Where did the word rowie actually stem from? Am I allowed to say that it's an Aberdeen roll?
Yes.
So, I mean, a rowie is an Aberdeen roll, but why is it called a rowie?
What it's called a buttery and a rowie.
It's called a buttery and a rowie.
But where did
Why?
rowie-
Where did the actual word come from? That is your
It-
question.
Yes, and it originated because fishermen would take them to sea because they would last longer than bread.
So fishermen took rowies to sea because they lasted longer than bread, presumably because there was salt in them,
Yeah, there was
or more salt.
in
So it's
it.
a salt. A rowie is a salty roll. It's kind of a flat bread,
With lard.
and it has lard in it. Now, when it was called a buttery, I presume it had butter in
Butter
it.
as well, yeah.
So for Johnny Bett, who, just in case you missed it, ate 6 in 2 days.
I think it was 7 actually. I don't know.
He's not going to thank us for this. He's not going to be coming back to this hotel any longer when we're divulging what he's eating. Oh, and Stevie Bell says he's near an Aberdonian. Are you from Huntly? Is that Doogie MacDonald is watching. Anne Houston, not good for you, but easily done. So, they're not
Easily eaten.
easily eaten. Oh, right. Oh, I see. Easily eaten. No, they aren't. Butteries, Aberdeenshire, rowie, Aberdeen, says Barbara Maggie Reid. So she's saying a buttery is an Aberdeenshire roll and a rowie is Aberdeen.
Oh.
So there's the thing.
But where does the name rowie
But where
come
does the
from?
name rowie come from? He still wants to know the
Definition.
derivation.
Yeah.
Derivation?
Yeah, derivation.
The derivation of the word. Well, rowie must be roll.
I'm not sure, rowie.
Rowie? Anyway, everyone from everywhere else is turned off now. They couldn't care less. Where a rowie? Who cares about rowies if you're living in Canada
Yeah.
or Australia, or even if you're in Azerbaijan, you may be missing a rowie. I bet you Stevie Bell is missing them.
Yes.
Or he'll certainly be missing my sister's soup. My sister, Morag, on the Richter scale of soup, makes the best soup I have ever tasted anywhere, anytime. I had chicken soup that Morag made the other day. I could have just eaten the whole pot. It's an art, and she has the art. I don't know what her secret is. It's fantastic.
Along with a nice Aberdeen
With a-
rowie,
with-
it would be
with a
very
rowie.
special.
People are answering. Oh, Robert Kerr saying he's still here. Tina Cormack says butteries and och. She's saying butteries and och.
Yeah, but it's rowie.
But it's
where
rowie-
did the name come from?
Oh, you see. But Tina, he wants to know where the name comes from. That's the whole point.
Now,
Well, I
people
say,
will be stumped because Google won't have the answer here.
I know, isn't it good? Google does not have the answer.
A buttery, funnily enough, was a room in a castle or where wine and other drinks were stored. And
Oh, but
sometimes
Elizabeth
served.
is missing rowies. She's looking forward to one next week because Elizabeth, you're coming up to the Tivoli. If you have not got your tickets for the Tivoli Theatre a week on Thursday, I know someone will put up a link. Don't you have a row, says Moira Sutherland. Sounds like up around Bucky area, but could be way off. A rowie be up Bucky way?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question.
That's
Where
why
did
he's
the-
asking. That's why he's asking, Sean. The kid with butteries, I knock tonight. Uncle Leslie would know. Junie McPherson, phone Uncle Leslie. Tom Leslie is watching. Tom, formerly cameraman in Grampian Television.
Oh, yes.
And I grew up with Tom. You did too.
Remember him well, yes.
Darling,
Hello, Tom.
Darling, there's a thing in The Guardian that says, utterly butterly, the Scottish pastries that look like roadkill croissants.
All right. Shall I look at this? I know, but let me just look at that. The newspaper that Johnny Bet loves, which is called The Guardian. Alison's saying, I just want some. Not easy to get in Canada. What they're saying... What they're saying is utterly buttery. The Scottish pastries that look like roadkill croissants, they're not pretty. They're definitely not good for you. But the salty, fatty rolls known as butteries are the essence of Aberdeenshire. So for those of you who did not know, think of it as a Scottish version of breakfast at Tiffany's.
An Aberdeen delicacy.
That is an Aberdeen delicacy.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, there is all sorts. It's saying fantastic. Well, I think people have probably fed up with butteries now.
I think so as well. Yeah.
I was going to maybe sing something unaccompanied for everyone, because just last night, it's been a very busy week or 2 or 3. I was at St Machar's Cathedral in Aberdeen, which is the oldest working building in Aberdeen. The building dates back to the 12th century, Norman times. The ceiling is 502 years old, with the most magnificent heraldic shields that have all been restored. And in fact, the building is just so beautiful, and it's a working building. The volunteers, they man it every day of the year. It's fantastic. So last night, I am honorary president of the Friends of St Machar's Cathedral, and I was delighted to be invited to go and sing and speak. And I decided that I was going to sing one of my favourite hymns. And I was then looking it up, because in the spring of 1863, a gentleman by the name of, this is a fabulous name, Folliot S. Pierpoint, was born in Bath and Somerset in 1835, and he died in 1917. Folliot sat on a hilltop outside his native city of Bath, admiring the country views and the winding Avon River. Inspired by the view to think about God's gifts in creation and in the church, Pierpoint wrote this text. And Pierpoint was educated at Queen's College in Cambridge.
Interject?
What would you like to say?
It says here, rowies, that's what the people in Aberdeen call it. There's a linguistic divide between city and shire, as one aficionado put it.
I think
the Toonsters ca them rowies and the Chuchters ca them butteries.
Right.
Okay.
So
that's of any help.
Well, no. So the lady was right.
Yes,
who wrote
she
in
was.
saying there's a different word for Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire.
Yeah.
It's a far away. There are no rowies in Bath, which is what I'm about to sing. You see, nobody cares in this house. You are not important in your own house. I get interrupted all the time. I was about to sing, hopefully something beautiful unaccompanied. All the golfer is interested in is the difference between a rowie and a buttery.
Yeah, well, it's so important.
Educating Johnny.
Educating Johnny. Could you give me a chord of E?
An E, okay.
All I would like to say is that Aberdeenshire is one of the most beautiful shires in the country. And even although this was written in Bath, I was kind of thinking of our neck of the woods.
Oh, lovely.
For the beauty of the earth, for the beauty of the skies, sun and moon which from our birth over and around us lies, Lord of all, to thee we raise this our joyful hymn of praise. For the beauty of the hour, of the day and of the night, hill and stars of light. Lord of all, to thee we raise this our joyful hymn of praise. For the joy of human love, brother, sister, parent, child, for all gentle friends above, friends on earth, our thoughts and mild. Lord of all, to thee we raise this our joyful hymn of praise. For each perfect gift of thine to our race so freely given, graces human and divine, flowers of earth and buds of heaven. Lord of all, to thee we raise this our joyful hymn of praise.
Lovely song. Yeah. Mhm.
Very good.
I think at this time of year, the autumn leaves, the beauty of our countryside, and the fact that we all need to take a bit of a deep breath. And singing and music helps us do that. And I know that the music of the islands and the Highlands and bothy ballads, so many songs that you just sing with no music, it's a lovely thing to do.
Yes.
As well, because wonderful though it is to have accompaniment, there is something about the human voice or that solo instrument.
Yes, I know, particularly some of your West Coast portabile, as you call
Yes,
it. Yeah,
portabile, the mouth music.
Yes,
Yeah. So
because you can dance to it.
yes,
Yes.
yes. And actually, the tune you played earlier, the Ball of Killymuir, but that's a Gaelic tune.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yes.
that
Okay.
I think that's da 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 da.
Yeah, there's loads of tunes with
Yeah.
that same
Yeah.
sort of idiom.
Yes, but that's the beauty of music. It's just we share it.
Indeed.
I'm in a sharing mood. What are you going to share with me now?
Well, thought we'd finish off with this little march, pipe march. It's called The Meeting of the Waters.
Okay. in a sharing mood, share a buttery. No, nobody shares a buttery.
No, this is...
If you get a buttery,
too
all
good
you
to-
want is more.
Yeah, it's too good to share, yes.
Raw music, says Catherine Bell. As always, thank you both. And Kathleen Duffy, good evening. Hello to Ireland. Good evening to you. And great concert, says Robert and Mary Wilson. Lovely to have you with us. Thanks for joining us again. Come and join Frank and myself, Granite City Chorus, Nils Elders, the wonderful Paul Anderson, Ali Napier, Irene Watt, beautiful classic and singer and writer. John Conroy is going whee, and Mary Spate, she enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us. Poole and Dorset. I'm recognising all the names coming up. It's lovely to have you with us, and we look forward to seeing you next week. We hope you've cheered up your Monday. I'm feeling cheery now.
Lovely.
Okay,
Good to know.
see you next time.
Very good.
Thanks so much. See you next time.